Today is the day. Nick Jr. has officially rebranded into the modern Splat logo and to look more different than the Nickelodeon one. As you can see, this is the brand new look of Nick Jr. as it has been announced since a few months ago. And now they did it on the official Nick Jr. channel, which looks pretty nice. And I took a picture of it on Kids Mix, given that I do not have the Nick Jr. channel since it got removed from my package. But I might as well review this. The Nick Jr. channel looks quite special from what they are going for, looking akin to the modern Splat logo on Nickelodeon with the Nick Jr. channel itself. And yep, it's even confirmed on the screen bug. They even updated the curriculum boards, like the one from Paw Patrol, as there are some similarities to the Nickelodeon logo with the glitter effect. As you can see, the glitter effect is shown on that line of Paw Patrol. And of course, Nick Jr. just couldn't resist with all that Paw Patrol. Even though the Nick Jr. channel is surprisingly doing well in its recent state. And looks like they're giving those special little fuzzy things around it, and they're different. Yes, it's one of Peppa Pig. I think they're gonna do it to every single preschool show, and you know, not the non-educational ones, which I might have to talk about something later on. Yeah, look at that. Blaze in the Monster Machine. It has a fuzzy Blaze logo to commemorate about the symbol. And look at that. Rubble and Crew also has one with a hammer. Okay then, we get it. If only there will be those on like Santiago Seas or other curriculum boards. I hope there's like a video of the Nick Jr. rebrand curriculum boards, because this really feels like they are going all in on this. But I have something that does not fit well, as I just found out that the Nick Jr. channel website has something very misleading. Well, the Nick Jr. website does look pretty nice, right? Look, good selection. They even have Carrie and Lou and Paddington. And they even gave a page to Gabby's Dollhouse, which is quite nice of them. But look at that show selection. It starts off pretty nice with, Baby Shark, Blaze, Blue's Clues and You, Bossy Bear, Bubble Guppies, as you can see. The Nick Jr. also doesn't have the Modern Splat logo as of now, unless they get an update. Faces Music Party, Gabby's Dollhouse, Carrie and Lou, The Loud House! The Loud House! When was the last time Nick Jr. aired The Loud House? Around when the show premiered, they aired this show once. Not only that, but they also aired Harvey Beaks, Monster High. Oh, I am not surprised to see that, given that, I don't know, Nick Jr. had a history of airing non-educational female-aimed animated shows. NFL Slime Time. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Ryan's Mystery Playdate. I thought it was gone. Oh yeah. They're also using the modern Nick Jr. logo on these posters, which that's quite nice to have a breath of fresh air. But keep looking at this. Look, what? SpongeBob And that's not even the right poster. It's just a man singing. That is not Sponge Robert SquarePantaloons. That is a man singing. Oh my, this is confusing. Transformers Earthspark. Oh my goodness. Remember when they had Rise of the TMNT? Yeah, that's not a good idea. Fairly Odd Parents. The Really Loud House. Are you, the spin-off? Are you kidding me? Is this like a spliceness between Nickelodeon and Nick Jr.? This is insane. They shouldn't do this. This is like the epitome of how Nick Jr. aired their non-educational, non-preschool animated / live action series. They just don't fit. And let's not forget the fact that that whole Nick Jr. thing, the only rating that you will see on Nick Jr. is TVY. That aged like milk. Like, it really just aged like milk. And it's not over yet. It gets victorious. I don't know why they're doing Teen Nick shows. I guess it's a nod to the N, given the fact that the N was a timeshare with Noggin. This is just ridiculous. Young Dylan. Oh my goodness. And Zoe 101. I just can't. Surprisingly enough, no Big Nate's. Well, I'm glad Big Nate's not in it, because look at the show list. This isn't normal. Would it make sense if it was, I don't know, older Nick Jr. shows? Like, the older Nick Jr. shows, like Barbie's Cafe or Sunny Day. Heck, I would even put, some of those older Nick Jr. shows in it. Like, well, Allegra's Window, given that it got removed off Paramount Plus. I can't believe this. This is not a good selection for Nick Jr. This website selection is ridiculous. I just can't with this. It's just too much to see on that show list update. I just don't like how it is there. They really haven't learned anything, haven't they? The channel has a big history of airing non-educational preschool and content. The biggest surprise about this? It doesn't have the Smurfs reboot, despite that being moved to the Nick Jr. block. And yet, you get to see like Loud House, Transformers, SpongeBob, Monster High, Nick Combs, all of that, and just, no, this is too much. I just can't with this show updates. This just feels like it is like the epitome of them doing this. It's like the epicenter of how Nick Jr. is just having these shows even though they don't fit on the network. Instead, they should have put like Max and Ruby or heck, Dora the Explorer even though I think it's in the show list. I'm not sure, because all those non-preschool aimed shows kind of confuse me there. I just can't with this. This is too much. How come Nick Jr. is allowing stuff like this, given how the content is not for preschoolers? It just does not feel like a preschool block. It just feels like a sister network to Nickelodeon, which is quite ironic given the fact that Nick Jr. is actually doing more successful than Nicktoons and Teen Nick. It's just too much to see on all this in so many levels. I honestly think this should get fixed, or, get replaced by actual content that would fit the network, like older series that are made from Nick Jr. originals. I would be surprised if they put Little Bear and Franklin on it, given that they're part of Nelvana. It just confuses me to see all of this just show up like that. I just cannot with what is Nick Jr. doing on these show lists. I can understand if it's about Nickelodeon, but not Nick Jr. It just can't be fitting for it, given the fact that the Teen Nick and Nicktoons websites are gone. Overall, this website update is just ridiculous. I just cannot with this. It just feels off. It just feels strange, and I really hope this gets fixed. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it feels a bit too much on what Nick Jr. is doing? I think it just needs a better update. Hopefully when they use the modern Splat logo on it. So anyway, guys, this is Kawaii Life Antonio signing off. Peace.